Under King Charles III, Great Britain stands at a pivotal moment, falling at its knees, grappling with the aftermath of Queen Elizabeth II's long and stabilizing reign. Is King Charles III equipped to lead his country and safeguard the will of the citizens of Great Britain? It seems those in position of authorities are more concerned about supporting Freemasons' brotherhood over non-Freemasonry citizens. They lack a reverence for God and instead live in fear of the devil. Otherwise, these individuals would not treat another human being in such a manner. When you unlawfully target an innocent woman without justification, driven by motives of promotion and bribery, you have reached a profoundly disheartening low in your conduct by engaging in an unjust hate campaign. This situation raises concerns about the lack of justice for individuals who are not affiliated with Freemasonry. It appears that members of this organization may be able to commit serious offenses against innocent individuals without facing appropriate investigation or accountability. Such a lack of oversight undermines the principles of justice and fairness within our society. We need to understand what's happening behind the scenes. There are serious misconduct here, and they deserve our attention. They have no etiquette, integrity, or respect for women. It is important to refrain from placing blame on Nina Ritchie for her investigation into Sudhir Sharma's perceived sense of untouchable, even if he committed murder to legal consequences. Even in serious matters such as murder misconduct, suggest that Lord Ashcroft, as a former CEO of Crime Stoppers, and certain Freemason members are providing protection to Sharma, otherwise all the heinous crimes he is committing, he hasn't been investigated. There is a desire to assign responsibility. It is more appropriate to focus on the actions of Freemason members, Lord Ashcroft, Lord Rami Ranger, and the Conservative Party. Ultimately, it is Sudhir Sharma who has brought attention to these alleged criminal activities, making him the focal point of concern, rather than Nina Ritchie, concerned citizen Nina Ritchie, who is fighting financial fraud money laundering activities committed by Sudhir Sharma that links to Babra Khan, opened up a whole lot of skeletons regarding the recent associations between notable figures within the Conservative Party, including Lord Ashcroft and Lord Rami Ranger, and activities that may compromise the integrity of the Crown. As prominent leaders in law enforcement and public service, they have sworn to uphold the values and reputation of the Crown. However, recent allegations have surfaced that suggest otherwise. Sharma is linked to illegal activities, specifically involving money laundering operations tied to organized crime. It has come to light that Babra Khan, an 88-year-old woman, has unwittingly become the face of numerous companies, over 260,000, potentially linked to mafia gangs, dictators, and fraudulent enterprises, according to press releases and investigative findings. The investigation into the derelict Finchley Road office, which served as the headquarters for tens of thousands of firms, raises serious questions about the diligence exercised by those associated with these entities, including members of both the Conservative and Labour parties. Given the gravity of these allegations, I urge that an independent investigation be conducted into the connections between Lord Ashcroft, Lord Rami Ranger, and the aforementioned illegal activities. It is imperative to ensure that the integrity of our justice system and law enforcement is maintained, and that any associations with criminal enterprises are thoroughly examined. One business project has escalated into death threats and human rights violations against innocent women, lacking any proper justification. This raises serious questions about why would government officials be part of Babra Khan's 260,000 fraudulent companies, the Conservative Party. They are involved with mafia gangs, Babra Khan's 88-year-old dead women, companies' 260,000 registered entities. Police, some members of the Conservative Party are part of Babra Khan's fraudulent companies. Alongside NHS Labour Party members are all part of Babra Khan's fraudulent companies, even local taxpayers. And the RBKC Council, along with members of the Labour Party, have seemingly supported these criminal activities due to affiliations with the Freemason Brotherhood and Sisterhood. Rather than addressing these injustices, practices, and abusing power of authorities, it appears that police and political parties, which are meant to represent the citizens of Great Britain, have failed in their duty. This raises critical questions about their capability to lead local taxpayer authorities and government if they prioritize the interests of the Freemason Brotherhood over the welfare of the citizens they are meant to serve. So this is the reason they attempted to murder Nina Ritchie. Due to their affiliations with Babra Khan's companies, this is huge international money laundering operations. Members of the Freemasons run police political parties trying to hide from public crime. Sudhir Sharma has unveiled a complex situation involving the alleged misconduct surrounding Lord Ashcroft and Lord Rami Ranger, as well as the Conservative Party, the legal system, and police cover-up operations. This revelation also touches on the case of Barbara Khan, an 80-year-old woman who has passed away under contentious circumstances. All of you have been busted for conducting illegal practices in business. Criminals are joining Freemasonry to evade accountability. At the center of this controversy lies the influence of the Freemasons. Critics allege that their members, including Rami Ranger and other conservative donors, have wielded their power to undermine those who oppose them. Nina Ritchie's story is one of resilience in the face of overwhelming adversity. In a world where the influential often evade justice, Nina Ritchie's fight reminds us that the truth must prevail, and every voice matters. Sharma's outward appearance of innocence is deceptive. He has participated in criminal activities and has threatened his victims by invoking the names of Freemasons and the CEO of Crime Stoppers associated with Lord Ashcroft. These tactics are intended to intimidate and silence those he has defrauded. However, he has chosen the wrong individual in Nina Ritchie, who fiercely represents divine principles and cannot be silenced. Despite ongoing attempts over the past 7 years to suppress her voice, it is clear that one cannot silence an advocate of God. These assertions are supported by factual evidence. Once perceived as a safe haven of unity and strength, the nation now faces political fragmentation, economic challenges, and a growing sense of uncertainty. In a world where those in power are expected to protect the vulnerable, Nina's experience poses a troubling question. Are we witnessing a breakdown of justice in favor of those with connections? Lord Ashcroft and Rami Ranger suggest a culture of corruption that extends beyond personal gain. Misconduct of money laundering, fraudulent practices, and a system designed to silence opposition. Concerns have been raised regarding the alleged protection of Sudhir Sharma, who has been accused of serious criminal activities, including the installation of spy cameras in women's apartments and the sale of the resulting footage on the dark web. Rami Ranger, Ashcroft, the CEO of Crime Stoppers, has faced scrutiny for his association with Sharma. Sharma's alleged conduct raises significant issues, including the use of fraudulent degrees and connections to money laundering through numerous shell companies. It is reported that he may be collaborating with Barbara Khan, who is said to control an astonishing 260,000 companies. This situation prompts serious questions about the involvement of various organizations, including the NHS, as well as political parties, such as the Conservative and Labour parties, in relation to Khan's purported illegal operations. Moreover, it is deeply concerning that victims seeking justice are often unjustly labelled as mentally ill when they pursue the truth. Individuals like Nina Ritchie is most decently not mentally unstable, undermine her reputation, who courageously advocate against such injustices, deserve support and protection rather than stigmatization. As Nina Ritchie delved deeper into her investigation of Sharma, she was shocked to discover the extent of support he was receiving from Lord Ashcroft, the CEO of Crime Stoppers, and Lord Rami Ranger, donors to the Conservative Party. These individuals, who are expected to uphold the law, appear to be enabling actions that could be characterized as crimes against humanity. In addition to allegations of sexual assault, Sharma is reportedly involved in a range of other criminal activities, including the issuance of fraudulent degrees, attempted murder, and money laundering. It is crucial to inquire why the Serious Fraud Office, SFO, and the National Crime Agency, NCA, both of which are mandated to uphold the rule of law, appear to be evading a thorough investigation into Sharma's case under the Fraud Act. 2006, Sharma has a fake degree lied to Constitution and is involved in money laundering activities and fraudulent business practices in the UK. While campaigning for Brexit Party, now the Reform Party, he is in violation of several laws, including but not limited to 1. Fraud Act 2006. This act covers various types of fraud, including obtaining a degree under false pretenses. If Sharma used a fake degree to deceive others, employers, customers, etc., he could be charged with fraud. 2. Proceeds of Crime, Act 2002, POCA. This act provides laws regarding money laundering. Sharma is involved in money laundering. He could face serious charges under this legislation. Money laundering is the process of concealing the origins of illegally obtained money, typically by passing it through a complex sequence of banking transfers or commercial transactions. Members of the Conservative Party, including Lord Ashcroft and Lord Rami Ranger, as well as certain individuals within the Labour Party, are reportedly aware of allegations concerning Sharma's involvement in money laundering, possession of a fraudulent degree, and other illegal activities. Despite this knowledge, they have chosen to support these activities rather than uphold the rule of law and advocate for the victims of these crimes. This raises serious concerns about their commitment to justice and accountability. 3. The Identity Documents Act 2010. Sharma used fake identification documents. He is violating laws related to identity fraud. The use of false identity documents, paying Abdullah Rabai to break into victims' apartments, steal passports, and crucial evidence. Causing harm and alarm to victim. All crimes committed have been reported from 2017 to 2024. 1. Companies Act 2006. If he is running a business fraudulently or misrepresenting his qualifications to conduct business, he may also be in breach of this act. 2. Bribery Act 2010. If any bribery or corrupt practices are involved in obtaining the fake degree or in his business operations, he could be charged under this act. Each of these offences can carry significant penalties, including fines and imprisonment. Similar crimes committed by others have led to incarceration, raising the question of why Sharma has not been similarly investigated. The apparent protection he receives from individuals such as Ashcroft and Rami Ranger is troubling. The need for accountability and justice for victims of these alleged crimes must be prioritised. The legacy of the monarchy is tested as the country seeks to navigate these turbulent waters. It is a time for reflection and renewal, where the call for renewed leadership and a collective commitment to healing and progress is more critical than ever. The future of Great Britain depends on its ability to rediscover its shared values and rebuild the trust that once united its people. Is this truly how the citizens of the United Kingdom feel about their country and its criminal activities of government officials, putting the Freemasons' brotherhood above the rights of the people they are meant to serve and protect? Police conduct fake Mental Merlin reports about victims of financial fraud tried to undermine Nina Ritchie's intelligence. How dare they, who they are supposed to protect? They send threatening letters to imprison innocent women without proper justification. Freemason members should acknowledge that there is nothing inappropriate about Nina Ritchie's actions in exposing unethical behavior. As a victim of financial fraud, it is crucial to address these issues transparently rather than adopting a victim mentality. It is important to confront such matters with integrity and accountability. The political landscape has recently come under scrutiny due to the involvement of most notorious corrupt donors of Conservative Party, Lord Ashcroft and Lord Rami Ranger, who have been linked to questionable activities within the Conservative Party. Misconduct suggests that these individuals, associated with Freemasonry, have engaged in corrupt practices that threaten the well-being of victims of financial fraud or women for their personal gain. Reports indicate that they are involved in efforts to undermine innocent individuals, particularly women, by concealing their own illicit actions. Furthermore, they have systematically blacklisted innocent women, a victim of financial fraud, and protecting Sudhir Sharma, a rapist fake degree money laundering mule with questionable business in Fact 46 connected to some old dead women. Babra Khan, with 260,000 companies costing taxpayers in billions, involves gangsters, hindering in-colony law-abiding citizens from ability to conduct business and achieve success. Such abuses of power within the political arena raise serious concerns about the integrity of those in positions of influence, taking away their freedom. How do the British Constitution, law enforcement, King Charles and the Freemasons feel knowing that they no longer command the respect of the public they once had? For the past 7 years, I have faced relentless harassment. They took my business, my education, law degrees made me homeless, and invaded my privacy in unimaginable ways. I was simply trying to support a political party that I believed in, supporting the community, humanity. Instead, this is how they treated me. This is how you get treated if you are not part of Freemasonry evil institutions. Ritchie was subjected to invasive surveillance, including the installation of spy cameras and hacking into her personal accounts. She describes a campaign of mockery and degradation, all because she refused to align herself with the Freemason fraternity. You have failed to demonstrate the ability to protect the citizens of Great Britain. A woman who was once so proud of the Constitution, the Crown, and law enforcement has lost all respect for members of Parliament, the House of Lords, the Prime Minister, the justice system, and law enforcement. If innocent lives can be taken for financial gain, members of the Freemason community, including Lord Ashcroft, CEO of Crime Stoppers, Lord Rami Ranger, and criminal Sudhir Sharma, have allegedly engaged in a prolonged campaign against Nina Ritchie over the past 7 years. These individuals have reportedly sought to harm her rather than settle a legitimate business debt owed to her for work she completed for Sharma. Instead of addressing the financial obligation, they have resorted to threats against her life, Lord Ashcroft, Lord Rami Ranger. Their behavior raises serious questions about their suitability to hold the titles of lords or to represent the Crown and the Constitution of Great Britain. If they are capable of targeting an innocent woman, one must consider the potential harm they may have inflicted on others. This raises alarming concerns about the extent of their actions and the impact they may have had on the lives of countless individuals. Nina Ritchie asserts that individuals such as Ashcroft, Ranger, and Sudhir Sharma, along with certain members of the Freemasons, have exhibited problematic and narcissistic behaviors. These individuals have allegedly violated numerous laws, specifically 34 rules, targeting innocent women by spreading falsehoods, fabricating lies, and submitting malicious reports regarding unfounded mental illness. For the past 7 years, Nina Ritchie has faced threats and intimidation for sharing her story. Nina Ritchie is now taking a stand against the antisocial behavior and criminal actions directed toward her and other innocent women. The ongoing fabrication of claims about her behavior serves only to distract from the serious issues of financial fraud and criminal activities allegedly perpetrated by Sharma, Conservative Party members, and local authorities. It is essential for these authorities to fulfill their responsibilities to protect citizens from such misconduct. Enough is enough. Nina Ritchie's mother did not bring her into this world for anyone to unjustly harm her. Those involved must cease their criminal actions, reflect on their behavior, and seek forgiveness if they believe in a higher power. Instead of hiding behind their affiliations with the Freemasons, they should take responsibility for their actions and act as responsible adults. Notably, Nina Ritchie has not breached any laws against the individuals named, nor has she committed any antisocial behavior towards anyone. Stop abusing your power and position of authorities. Nina Ritchie has taken to social media to share her experiences and raise awareness of the alleged misconduct involving Lord Ashcroft, Lord Rami Ranger, Sudhir Sharma, and other members of the Conservative Party. These individuals, along with local authorities, are accused of committing serious crimes against innocent women without sufficient justification, undermining her character by labeling her as mentally unstable. This situation highlights a troubling environment in which influential figures appear to manipulate circumstances for their gain, raising significant concerns about corruption and the abuse of power in London. There is something deeply wrong with the leadership of this country. In my view, they are complicit in criminal activities, including the attempted murder of an innocent woman over personal gain. Lord Ashcroft, the CEO of Crime Stoppers, and Lord Rami Ranger are expected to uphold the rule of law and the principles of the Constitution. However, concerns have been raised regarding their actions, which appear to disproportionately affect innocent women, rather than prioritizing the welfare and betterment of citizens in Great Britain. This situation warrants further examination to ensure that those in influential positions are acting in the best interests of the public. Lord Ashcroft and Lord Rami Ranger's conduct calls into serious question their fitness to hold the esteemed titles of lords or to represent the Crown and the Constitution of Great Britain. If they're willing to target an innocent woman, it raises concerns about the potential harm they may have inflicted on others. This situation highlights alarming implications regarding the extent of their actions and the detrimental impact they may have had on the lives of numerous individuals. As a victim of financial fraud, Nina Ritchie is fully entitled to pursue legal action against individuals who are unlawfully targeting innocent women. It is imperative that Sudhir Sharma be investigated and compelled to provide truthful testimony. Is it acceptable behavior to target a woman who is asserting her rightful claims? No individual should be above the law. Affiliation with the Freemasons does not exempt anyone from legal scrutiny or accountability. Let truth and justice prevail and make a difference in society by upholding integrity of rule of law and justice. This documentary aims to convey the serious misconduct surrounding Nina Ritchie's experiences, while supporting Conservative Party most evil dark souls, while emphasizing the broader implications for justice and accountability in society. They have lost humanity. Great Britain, once a nation that prioritized Christian values and upheld principles of integrity and humanity, appears to have strayed from its foundational ideals. It is essential for us as citizens to unite and advocate for a return to the guiding principles that have historically defined our country. Together, we can restore the values of compassion, integrity, and respect for all.